Now, there's going to be situations within your organization where you might need to store electronic data that contains sensitive information. Whether this be PCI data, whether it be social security numbers, it's really in your best interest to ensure that that data is encrypted. However, specific to PCI DSS requirement 3.4, it states that you need to render this media or this information unreadable any place that it's stored. Now, there's a couple of ways that we can go about doing that. We can encrypt that data. If you encrypt it, it needs to be done with a strong protocol. We can mask that, we can truncate the data. Understand, if we truncate the data, where we have 16 digits in the credit card number, the first 6 and the last 4 can be displayed with no problem. If you remove those middle 6 numbers, that information is really no longer considered cardholder data. So it can be encrypted. It can be hashed with a one-way hashing algorithm. Understand that hashing algorithm needs to be strong as well. It talks about using index tokens and pads. It's not often that we see those in the assessment field. But one of the things that we're going to be doing as an assessors is we're going to be asking about how you're protecting this data. What are the methods and means that you've implemented in order to render the data that you have unreadable? If you're using encryption, we're going to look at your encryption algorithms. We're going to look to see how you've actually implemented this. Understand that it is not acceptable to roll your own encryption. Encryptions are often broke, and we want to make sure that you're using an industry-accepted encryption protocol. As part of that, we're also going to be asking to view that data, right? We're going to be, if you have it in a database, we're going to be asking your database administrators to run queries against that data. We're going to be looking to see that data is not rendered in clear text. Now, there might be situations where you receive a notification of a chargeback from your bank. In situations like that, we often find that people will take and write that cardholder information down on an Excel document in the accounting department. So one of the things that we would recommend that you do from your own compliance perspective is to perform a full inventory of all of the places where data might reside. And this would include your accounting department, as well as any of the systems that are used to interact with that data. We have tools that we will ask you to run. Card Recon is one of those tools we may ask you to run on a sample of systems, and that particular tool will run through all of the assets and to try to identify if there is clear text cardholder data that's there. So it's important that we protect this information. Like I said, whether it's PII data, whether it's PHI, whether it's financial information that you might retain on behalf of a third party. But that would be based on best practices. But if you are, as an organization, are storing cardholder data to support your business, it needs to be rendered unreadable.